In this video, we are going to evaluate this limit without using L'Hopital rule. We shall make use of theorems on limits and trigonometric identities to evaluate this limit. We take the left hand side. Here we need the values of cos p theta and cos q theta. For this, we use the double angle identity for cosine function. Cos 2 alpha is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square alpha. We put 2 alpha is equal to theta, which gives alpha is equal to theta by 2. So above identity becomes cos theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta by 2. Here 2 alpha has been replaced by theta and alpha has been replaced by theta by 2. But we need cos p theta and cos q theta. So we replace this theta by p theta and q theta respectively and get cos p theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square p theta by 2 and cos q theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square q theta by 2. We replace these values in the left hand side and we get here cos p theta has been replaced by 2 sine square 1 minus 2 sine square p theta by 2 and cos q theta has been replaced by 1 minus 2 sine square q theta by 2. So after simplification we get here we cancel out 1 with minus 1 in numerator and in denominator and we get limit theta approaches 0 2 sine square p theta by 2 over 2 sine square q theta by 2. We cancel out 2 in the numerator and denominator. Here we know that a square over b square is equal to a over b whole square. So we can write this expression as limit theta approaches 0 sine p theta by 2 over sine q theta by 2 whole square. Now we know that limit x approaches a, f of x raised to power n is equal to limit x approaches a, f of x whole raised to power n. We use this theorem and get the next step. Here notice that the limit has gone inside the brackets. We know that limit theta approaches 0 sine theta over theta is equal to 1. That is, if the angle of sine in the numerator is also present in the denominator and limit approaches 0, then the result of this limit is 1. Now I replace this theta by p theta by 2 and q theta by 2 respectively and I get limit theta approaches 0 sine p theta by 2 over p theta by 2 is equal to 1 and limit theta approaches 0 sine q theta by 2 over q theta by 2 is equal to 1. So I need this expression and this expression, but I have only sine p theta by 2, so I multiply in numerator and denominator by p theta by 2 and q theta by 2 as here we see that p theta by 2 has been multiplied and divided in the numerator and q theta by 2 has been multiplied and divided in the denominator. Now it becomes here we have separated p theta by 2 and q theta by 2. Now in the next step I will make use of two more theorems of limits, and they are limit x approaches a f of x into g of x, that is equal to limit x approaches a f of x into limit x approaches a g of x, and likewise limit x approaches a f of x over g of x is equal to limit x approaches a f of x over limit x approaches a g of x. So I have distributed the limit using these theorems. The limit has been applied to all these terms. Now I cancel out theta with theta and 2 with 2. Now the limit theta approaches 0, sin p theta by 2 over p theta by 2, it will be 1. Also limit theta approaches 0, sin q theta by 2 over q theta by 2, it will also be 1. So we are left with this very simple expression. Now take square and we get p square over q square.